The Shallow Bay Campground on the north side of Gros Morne National Park. It's located about 1 kilometer north of the town of Cowhead. Yes, I said Cowhead, Newfoundland. We have power, water, and access to hot showers and flush toilet. It's a nice spot to park for a few days, and it comes with a real perk, this beautiful sandy beach. And because this bay is shallow, the sun warms it up, and it boasts the warmest water in Newfoundland. Right now it's supposed to be around 50 degrees.
He's swimming in the St. Lawrence, Gulf of St. Lawrence.
This is our most excellent boondocking site this evening near Baie Verte, Newfoundland. So we are literally with the van down by the river. Show you on the map in here. Let's see if the map is still open. I'll show you on the map where we are. We are right here. What do you think about it?
Well, we're in a lovely spot. I wasn't sure what to expect because I hadn't even looked at this part of the map. And I feel like we're in a mining area. But it's super pretty, and we have a lovely spot.
Yeah.
So,
It is a small town.
yes.
Very kind of rural and rugged.
Yes.
And like you said, we have a beautiful spot. I think it'll
Yes.
be a good place. We found it on
Overlander.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Who's been hitting a home run for us every single time. Baie Verte is Green Bay.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. And this is our $1 million view. So from our chairs back here, so far so good. And we're behind the soccer fields and playground, it looks like. So anyway, it should be a good night. We might have some locals come out to see us, but
Maybe some local moose.
maybe some local moose. We did see a moose driving up in here today. So the second one we've seen since we've been in Newfoundland, but unfortunately driving and couldn't get a picture of it. Very few places to pull over on these small roads. So anyway, looking forward to it. So guess what happened in our perfect little waterfront spot last night? The tide came up. So about 9:30 we had to move up the hill to the soccer field and the playground. Of course, it was fine. Nobody bothered us, but that's where the water is. That's where we were parked, and we had to just pull right up here. We had a mostly quiet night. Just goes to show you got to keep an eye out on your environment. Would have been fun if we'd fallen asleep. Although it would have been fine. The water wouldn't have gotten deep enough to keep us down there, and we were on that gravel bar, but it would have been wet if we had stepped out, that's for sure.
We're on the Dorset Trail this morning, headed back down to the Trans-Canada Highway, or Highway 1. We came up here last night on this little peninsula to check it out. Had a really nice evening of camping, very quiet. The Dorset Trail is named for the Dorset Eskimos, who 1,500 years ago were gathering the minerals from this area, and the mineral is copper. There are copper mines up here. The school is called the Copper Ridge School. And unbeknownst to us, Highway 410, the Dorset Trail, which has been pretty, has been voted the worst road in the maritime provinces of Canada. So I think we would probably agree with that, yeah?
Smooth as glass right here.
Smooth as glass right here. We'll catch you when it's bad. We did see a moose yesterday, but of course we did not get it on camera. Okay, we've left the nice pavement where the intersection for the road going to La Sea is. This road kind of reminds me a little of Labrador, because they also did not like cut back. Oh yeah, this is where we saw the moon. No. Oh yeah, it was. They also don't cut back the edges of the highway. So in some places it feels like the alder and the fireweed want to take it over. So, and we're just taking it slow and easy today. We're in no hurry, and why toss the contents of everything around? There we go. This is the Bishop's Falls Trestle. It was built in 1901, and it is 927 feet across and is the longest trestle in Newfoundland. And interesting side note and fact, it is longer than the RMS Titanic was.
And what body of water is that?
This is the Exploits River, which is a pretty cool name.
And what is that bridge used for now?
It is just walking. I think probably you could cycle it, but it has been converted to a walking trail. Oh, that water is black. The Beothuk Interpretation Center is an archaeological site of a Beothuk village, First Nations village in Boyd's Cove, Newfoundland. There were 11 dwellings, that 4 of which have been dug up and examined for artifacts. There's a little museum with some of the artifacts in it, some information about the Beothuk people that I had never even heard of them before, but they are host the maritime archaic people who would have been like the Innu and the Inuit, and would have had the ability to interact with Europeans who came over here for pelts and what else did they come over here for?
Fish.
Fish, sorry, fish. But they didn't interact with them. They waited until the Europeans went home at the end of fall and went and kind of raided their sites for their...
They would burn their boats and their dwellings and get the nails out there.
Yeah. So
they would not trade. They wouldn't trade with the Europeans. So it ended up being their demise. Now the site of the village was 17th century, where we were right now. The last Beothuk woman died in 1827. They took her to St. John's, and she lived about a year before the European diseases killed her. However, in that time, they were able to transcribe the history of her people from this one woman, and so it's kind of interesting.
They have some of the words. They were able to record their language for some of the words. The archaeological site is really well done. A nice, pretty easy 3-kilometer round trip from the visitor center, the museum, out to the archaeological site.
All right, guys, we're going to end this one here. Thanks for coming along with us, and stay tuned for more exciting Newfoundland.